Okay, so good morning, guys. Just checking that I'm recording proper sound. Yeah, I think that's it. Microphone is working. So, okay, so let's start. I prepared something for you guys, especially for CIA. People asking me for a tutorial. So, yeah, this is what we're going to work with today. Yes, so shall be doing this simple project, show you how to manipulate all these things, then we go there from there. So this is, I call it the BBC CIA tutorial. In a bid to improve on the learning process in your university, the school has embarked on an e-learning system implementation project that is going to take some time. The following activities have been fully done: activity definition, activity sequencing, activity duration estimation as requested in the WBS below. So we're talking about the work breakdown structure. In David with skills in project management, we have been asked to help in determining the project scale using Microsoft Project. So this is this. Above is the WBS with the e-learning implementation project. So, and that's it. So this is what is required of us, I think. Yes. So we're required to open up MS Project and save it in your folder. In your name and registration number. We're also required to set the project date as 7th. Set all Saturdays as working days. Enter the above tasks and their durations in the Gantt chart. Link the various tasks as well links types as shown in the WBS. Okay, I mean the predecessors. Add the project resources as indicated in the WBS. Determine the finish date and the duration for the project, then determine the project budget and make all tasks 100% complete. So what we do here, you remember in our clinic CIA, I had issues with with the start date, and I know why. So sir, I need to check this to make sure it's recording. Okay, it looks like it's recording. So hey, okay, okay, now let's start officially. So I'm going to create I already have my folder. It's called CIA tutorial and it's in my various locations. So I'm going to create, but in the paper they'll ask you to create a folder on the desktop and save your work in there. So for me, this is how I create a document inside a folder. So I right click, then I come to Office Project Document. It comes. So I'm going to call it CIA tutorial. Yeah. So press enter. So it lets. Okay. So that's how my thing presents. It's 2007. Yes. Okay, then so you can see by default it presents for you the indicators. Yeah, the I stands for indicators, the task name, the duration, the start, the finish, predecessors, and resource names. By default that's it, but you're going to look at our question. Yeah, our question is asking us to open up and save it in your folder in your name and registration number, which I've done. I've saved our folder CIA tutorial and now Office Project document as CIA tutorial. Now I'm going to set the project start date to 7th April 2018. So that's the first thing you have to do, whether it comes first or it's the last instruction given to you in the paper. The first thing you need to do is set the project start date to 7th April before you do any other thing. So yeah, then yeah, Okay, alt. Okay, so how do I do that? So to set the start date, I need to look for project information. To get that, you go to project here, then you say project information. Now they've told us to set the start date as what? As, let me check again, 7th April 2018. So 7th April 2018. So sometimes they'll give you the finish date. So if you want to change that option, you change it from there. But again, as the start date. Now I advise you to use the calendar. The calendar works. So 7th April 2018. Okay, let me look for the yeah, it's confused. Oh shit. So let me look for the date, 7th April 2018. Just be patient. Okay. 15. So once you set that up, once you put the start date at 2018 like this. Okay, so this is the start date. Yeah, so that's our start date, and I press OK. So you can see that this calendar also changed. Then they told us to set all Saturdays as working days. So we're going to set all Saturdays as working days. We come to tools, change working time, then Saturdays. So to do that, look at my mouse, it's going to tap on work weeks. Yeah, you're going to realize before I tapped on work weeks, this place details was not activated. At the moment I tap on work weeks, it activates. So you go to details and you tap on Saturday, then you say set this to this specific working times. Now for me, my machine is in 24-hour clock. You see, you see, my machine is in 24-hour clock. So that means even these dates here, the working times for where you see my cursor, the working times are also in 24-hour clock. So be mindful of your machine you're working with. So here I'll type 0, 8. Then here, because the working times are those, 12. Then here I'll put 13, 0, 0, and then to 17, which is 5. Okay. Now, so that's that done. I just press OK. So when I press OK, you're going to realize that Saturday becomes white. And then we also press here OK, you realize that here also the Saturdays will become fully white. Once that's done, what else do we need to change? So you need to take note of, like, by common sense, you're going to realize that we've added an extra day, so there's something else we need to change. So we go to options. Yeah, now that we've made Saturday working day, there's something you need to change. I think it's in schedule, it's in calculation, no, it's in general, hey, no, calculation, no, calendar, nice. So yeah, so you're going to realize that the hours per day are 8. There are 8 hours per day, but hours per week are 40, and you're going to realize 40 hours per week represents only 5 days, but you're going to realize we've just added the 6th working day, which is Saturday. So to make it fair, to make this fair, we're going to make it what? 48 hours per week, because there's that extra day added, and that means the days per month become 24, because we have added the 4 Saturdays that make up that are in a month, because a month has 28 days. So once that's done, like, you have to, if now that said Saturday makes it all Saturdays and Sundays as working days, then here we would have 8 hours per week, which is okay, and then 8 hours per day, then 48. Now that way we have 48, but would make it 56 because we'll be including Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, but here then the days per month will be 28. But since we have only made Saturday, like logically, when you figure it out, you will see that it is 48 hours per week and 24 days per month. So take note of that. They won't ask you to do that, but you have to know. It makes the calculations easy. So once I press OK, and that's done, let me look at my question and understand it more. So the duration is in weeks. Yeah, so you're going to realize they've not told us to change anything to weeks, but logically we have to know that we have to change that to weeks. Yeah, we have to change that to weeks. So we now go back to our question and then change it to weeks, because those are all the things you need to do. So you go to options, then schedule. So duration is entered in weeks. Then you press OK. Yeah, and once that's done, it will now, I think we're done studying our question. What else needs to be said? So once all those things are done and you've made those necessary changes, now we can start typing. Yeah, we can start typing, but for me I'm not going to type. I'm going to just copy and paste. Yes, I'm going to copy and paste, but for you you'll have to type. Yeah, but what do I type? Let me just copy and paste this. Okay. Oh shit, copy and paste. I get you. So it looks like I may need to type, right? Yeah, so okay, so okay, this is serious. So normally, let me start typing. I'm lazy to type, so I'll start with planning, copy, then paste it here. So someone must be wondering, why is it starting with planning? Yeah, because it's the first project. So then I do these others. So let me just copy and paste as all of you are typing. Control C and Control V. So that will take a minute. Yes, copy and then paste. Control V. Yes. Installation, landscape. Just typing. So yes, copy and paste, and now this is the first thing you do. So the first thing you do is type in the task and their duration. You don't do anything after that until I tell you. Type in the tasks and their durations ASAP. So we are moving first time. I should make this bigger a little. Share. Okay, this is the last part. See, that's easy. Just copy and paste. Chap, right? Maybe chap. So you guys should practice a lot of these things. If you need another video, if this video helps you, then just comment, subscribe, be like, hey man, support the G. So now that I'm done, there's nothing to copy, just see that. Okay, I double copy paste it. Sometimes I do magic, I don't know. So I think they're done. Yes. So maybe what I can do is just highlight this and increase their font. 10. Get 12. 12. I like 12. 12 is good. And I prefer Tahoma. Tahoma is like my favorite font. So let me just make this fit on the screen. Yes. So take note that it's now putting the start date as Saturday and jumping Sunday, then going straight to Monday. But you need to take note that this. Oh, forgot some people. Sorry. The planning. Okay, Tahoma favorite, and then 12. Okay. So we had planning, which is bolded. Then we had planning installation. Okay, we had installation, which is also bolded. We had what? The third one as conduct workshop. Conduct workshop also bolded. So don't forget to save your work. Now let's put in the durations, then we do the next part. So that the duration for feasibility study is that 4 weeks. So we have mastered them. This is 0. So 0, 4, 2, 2, 0. Yeah. So I say implementation is 0. Then installation is 0, 0, 2, 4, 1, 0, 0. Then this would be 2 weeks. 2, 3, 1. Okay, so I think I forgot something. So there's sensitized students and sensitized user. Okay, I didn't copy. Sensitized user. And then the real last one is user sensitized. Yeah, 0 weeks. True V, and then yeah, 0. So just do the magic again. Tahoma is my favorite font, and then my favorite size there. So once that's done, so you get to see it has done its various adjustments. Okay, so so that's it. Okay, so once that's done, then the first thing, now we have done this part. We have entered the data, the above tasks and the durations in there. Just take note of that that instruction. They want you to put the tasks and the durations. Now, before linking the various tasks as per the link types are shown on the WPS, first thing you need to do is indent, because that's what I was doing wrong in the clinic. I would indent after. How do I indent? I come here, I insert as column. Now for 2017 will prompt you. Once it prompts you, for tasks name they fall under work breakdown structure, which is WBS, and then put in the task number, then you say okay, and you'll see all the numbers there. Let me highlight them and make them the font we want. Okay, bigger font, bigger appearance. So yeah, see, now indenting, you highlight this from 2 to 5 and then indent using this arrow. Yeah, then you do the same, you indent using this arrow, and then you do the same here, you indent. Now when you see indent, you see it's going to calculate. Okay, so the next part is telling us link the various tasks as per the link types. Okay, now I explained this in the clinic, but I know some people didn't get it. So we all know that the predecessor for budgeting, which is on task number line 1.3, which is budgeting, its predecessor is 1.2, which is one previous. So we now clearly get to know the meaning of predecessor. That predecessor means someone who came before you. In this case, a task that came before current task we're looking at. So feasibility study has the predecessor because it's like the first. Then identifying key stakeholders also has no predecessor because it may not have any link to anything. But the budgeting is attached to the predecessor, its predecessor, because it is derived from identifying the key stakeholders. So it's for the budgeting, its predecessor is identifying key stakeholders, which is on line 1.2. But you'll clearly see that we have that line here, 1.2, yeah, and you're going to realize that it's the predecessor. It's the predecessor for budgeting is 1.2, which is the previous one. But you're going to realize the moment I try to put here 1.2, the PC is going to scream at you. It's going to scream at you with that weird, complaint. There is a problem with the predecessor information. You say, okay. So what does that mean? For predecessors in this case, we put now that we know that very well that 1.2 is on line 3. So we put here 3. And then it will allow that the predecessor for budgeting is on line 3, which is 1.2. Then you do the same for the rest. Now, like for the predecessor for implementation plan is 1.3, which is on line 4. So here I put 4. Yeah. Then I do the same. The predecessor for landscape analysis is 1.3 also, which is also line 4. Then the predecessor for hardware installation is 2.1, and 2.1 is which line? 2.9 is line 7, which is the same here, 7. Okay, then the predecessor for system install is 2.3, which is on line what? 2.3 is on line 9. Line 9. Then the predecessor for prepare workshop materials is 2.3, which is on 9 what? 2.3 is on 9 also. And then okay, so you're going to realize now we have these predecessors which have SS, and SS stands for start. Now we do the basics first. We know that 3.1 is on 912. Okay, now that's a 912, I tap here, but I want to put the start on it. So you tap that box, then double tap, it will open. It will open this task information dialog box. Now when it opens the task information dialog box, tap on predecessors. Now the predecessors has already been put there, but we need to change the type, so we change it to start, and then press OK. Then that will work. And then the predecessor for sensitize is 3.2. So 3.2 is on 913. Like I said, you first go to the next box, then you come back, then you double tap, then you go to predecessor, and you say start, which is SS, then you press OK. And then that's nice. Then you see the predecessor for user sensitize is 3.3, which is a 914, and which is done. So you get to realize all that's done, and then you just say Ctrl save, and then that's great. So if you look at you're going to look at our thingy here, our calendar. It's stretching. Yeah, put predecessors, it stretches out. Yeah, see. Okay, so that's nice. So now let's work. Now we're done linking them. Yeah, done linking them. Okay, now once we're done linking them like that, let me make sure everything is fitting. Okay, so that's nice. Even here we need stretch. Okay, so that's, I think, very clear. So you're going to realize that the predecessors are now done. Now that's the next part. The next part is they're telling us we're done linking the various steps as per the link steps as shown on the WBS. And they're telling us to add the project resources as indicated on the WBS. But how do you add project resources? We need to first interact with the resource sheet. Yes, sorry, we need to interact with this first. So how do you do that? Go back to our projects. So we go to view, then tap on resource sheet. See, so once you tap on it, let me also make it big for everyone to see. Favorite is Tahoma. I love Tahoma. Designed for LATIM. It's almost close to Google Sans. Google Sans is nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. There's no information in it. So for this one, shall just copy. So I am interested in this. So project manager, we paste in here. Yes, then system analyst, we copy and paste him here. Then system implementers, this is system implementers, you also copy and paste in here. And then system consultant, also copy and then paste in here. So let me make this big for everyone to see. Now this is the Homer. The Homer. Okay, so let me just make this big. So let me just readjust this. So you can see the work type is work. Now this was PM, PM, then there's SA, then there's SI, then there's SC. But remember this is where we put the money, but it's in dollars. So what do? We go to tools, then options. Is it in view? Yes. So in view, and unfortunately under currency options we don't have Uganda shillings unless you update the latest. So but here we can just put it there, we fix it, and then we put it to 0 decimal places and we press OK. So once you do that, just go to views, then change this to UGX and press OK with these changes. Now look at these guys were being paid per day, 10k per day. Yeah, so and remember this thing is counting per hour. Yeah, you see, take note, you people, this is per hour. I got to create a unique question. So what you do, you go back to tools, then options, and we change calculations. I think it's in calculations. Hey, okay, let's see, save, just manual schedule. So work is entered. I think that this work is entered in hours, so we change this to days and we press OK. So okay, this is tricky, so it's still refusing to change to per day. Okay, work is entered in days. Should go and undo this. In hours. Okay, so is this, where did I see it? I see it somewhere. Edit, general. So the default standard rate is going to be UGX. Automatically add your resources and tasks. So still we shall have to go back here and say that work is entered in days, and then we go to, is it calculation? No. Interface? No. Calculation? No. Edit? No. Spelling? No. I think it's schedule. No. Save? No. Schedule. View? No. Hey, general. So we shall say GX per day. Put in small letters, per day. Yeah, let's first go back to calculation and see. It's general, it's tricky. View, sorry, schedule. So you see work is entered in days, then you see okay. Okay, now this is kind of tricky. Okay, standard rate. Okay, now we go to tools, options. So work is entered in days, we all clearly know that, but in general, let me say days, yes, so set as default. Press OK. So I think when you go back to the Gantt chart and then go back to the resource sheet, this becomes tricky. Resource information, standard rate. Okay, what does that mean? Yeah. Okay, so you remember now, to make this easy, because this is now where the math comes in, because we're disorganizing the system for nothing. So options, yeah. Now we'll put this back to H and then this back to H. Sorry for that mishap. Schedule, we say hours. Okay. So say hours, and then you go back here, set as default hours, right? So we press OK. But they're giving us this payment in per day, but remember these guys work 8 hours per day. So what does that mean? Since they work 8 hours per day, they work 8 hours per day. Sorry, I sometimes use the graphical part of my calculator. Okay, so 10k divided by 8, so that means this guy works for 1,250 per hour. So we go back, now go back here, 250, and I bounce. Oh, okay, then let me go back here over this. So then this guy works 5k per day, 5k per day divided by the 8 hours he works for. I'm gonna get 625 shillings, 625. And then this guy who works 1k per day. Now I don't know if you guys are getting my logic. I don't want to bother with the system, so I convert them to per day, to per hour, by dividing by 8 hours which they work for per day. So I say divide by 8, then I know that's 125 shillings per hour. See, 125. We're not going to cheat us. And then this one, he works, the last one works 20k per day. Okay, I get serious money. 20k per day, so divided by 8, you can see it does 2,500. So that's the logic I'm using, 2,500. Yes. So if I want to make this fit, you see, yes, so it caters for all of them. Then so let me just go back to double check that I left everything right. Here is okay, and then general, it's okay. So press OK. Nothing to worry about. So that's it. So I think you've got the logic of per day. So yes, now I think I've got your attention. So it means that this is where they want you to do the math from. They want you to know that they are paying them per day. They are getting their cost per day. So you should find their cost, how much they should be paid per what? Per hour. Because that's what the system understands. Okay, such a rigid 2007, but 2003 would change. So once that's done, I come back to view, then I go Gantt chart. Now once that's done, I now come and start putting in that. I say other project resources as indicated. Now let me see the project resources. This is it. There's PMSA and feasibility study. So I come, I be like, yeah. So but before I do that, now this is what I normally do. I rename this to resource initials, because initially they give us resource name, and I can call it resources. See, once I do that, then I press OK. Now once that's done, you see that here I can delete the initials. Let's say yes, which is another. Yeah, see. Then you can choose PM here only. See, very easy, right? Then here you can choose PM is all of them. See, PM, comma, SA, comma, SI, comma, SC. You see, so you choose them. Then implementation plan had no resource, so these ones are all SA and SI. SA and then SI. So you do the same here. SA and then SI. You do the same everywhere. SA and then SI, and then you do the same SA and then SI. So you continue to do that. Then this one is just SI. See, so you just say SI, 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 and then SI. So control save. Yeah. So you realize that everywhere that we had a project, a resource, it's attached to that project. It is a good thing. Okay. Next time we insert another column. So let me make them bigger and so that you guys can see what I've done. See, perfect. Okay, now I think that's clear. So once that's done, I think we are okay with that dates. Okay, now they want us to, after once that's done, see how it's working out well. Once that's done, add the project resources as indicated, determine the finish date and the duration. Sorry, and the duration for that project. Sorry. So how do we do that? Now I would do this. I would come here and then go to insert new task. Now that new task, I would call it what they put here. Yeah, I'll give it a second, so I'll just call it this. Copy and then paste it here. Okay. exactly. But holding, let me give it a bigger font. Let me say 14. Okay, squeezing it. Sorry. So let's assume that's it. So you're going to see it has done its displacements. Yeah. Yes. So it has displaced, but everything is fine. You shouldn't worry. So once that's done, how do we involve it? Now I first make this 0. Yeah, once that's 0, then I come. Now see what I do. I tap here. Yeah, I tap there on conduct workshops, then I hold my control button down, then I tap this, and then I tap this. Once that's done, I release the control button, then I indent. Now when I indent, it's going to calculate the total time it will take us to finish this project, and that means we even have our finish date here. This is our finish date. Okay, Control save. So this is our finish date. Yeah, it could show me the calendar. Okay, so on Thursday, July 2018. Yeah, and this project will take 10 weeks. See, so you see how it just works out. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm very sure some of you will be asking, how come it's making it here 1.1.1, 1.1.2? Yes, because remember we first indented this, then now we indented this, so it makes this on sub projects. Okay, so I press Ctrl save. So okay, so that's the next part. Once that's done, we have to also now determine, we have determined the finish date and the duration. I already showed you that 10 weeks is the duration and this is the finish date. Then they have told us to determine the project budget. How do we do that? So let me see, I insert a column. I insert a column. But the field name is cost because we're looking at the cost. Let me call it budget. Budget, small letters. I press OK. So remember when they put in the resources with their various amounts of money, yeah. So you're going to see the money these people are eating. See, so wherever there is a resource and where there's a resource, there's money being spent. There is a resource. Now imagine, let's do the math like for this one. The PM is paid 10K per day, and he worked for 2 weeks, and that means there's a 12 days. So so 12 times 10, so it gives you the math. See, 12 times 10, so 10K. So that means he gets, you see, so that means the math was right. So you just have to divide it and then it will do the math for it. So now that the total amount of money spent on this project is, let me show it to you. Okay, so this is the main total. Okay. So I know we're squeezing our thingy this side. Sorry. That's okay, that's it. Now that's the end of the touch. So that's how much. So the e-learning implementation project took 10 weeks to start on Saturday 7th of April 2018 and then get done on Thursday 21st July, I think, yeah, 2018, and it will cost only 1.2 million shillings for MOOPs. Let me see, was it MOOPs? Implement, yeah, to implement this at MOOPs, yes. So that's it. I think that's what they requested for. Yes, I think that's what they requested for. Hey, sorry. So they told us to make all tasks 100% complete. So I've forgotten about this lane. So when you tap on this lane and you go back to generating, you'll see percent complete. Yeah, 10%. So what we do, because I can't keep doing for each car box, I can't do that, it's tedious. So I highlight this whole lane, yeah, then I tap on this task information, yeah, so it is multitask information. I just come and say 100 shift percentage, and I press OK, and that means all of them will be marked as 100% complete. Yeah, so using Ctrl save, and then that's it, and it's now all marked 100% complete. Yeah, so it's all marked 100%. Sorry, trying to drag this. Yeah, so I hope everything is still fine. So that's it for today. I've Ctrl saved, and you have your over how many marks. So that's it for today. That's projects for you. Very easy, right? I think I'll be able to share this question, get it straight out. So don't forget the ideology we used here. We divided by the number of working days. So yeah, so that's it. Okay, have a blessed morning, because here where I am, it's 25 minutes past 2. It's a Monday, 24th January. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Ctrl save for the last time, and then check my recording. Okay, 53 minutes. Okay, so thank you, and that's the work I wanted to see. Blessed, be blessed. LATIM RONNIE DAVID, course leader, BBC evening class, proud to be one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.